Hello everyone, welcome to building the ultimate Matchbox car collection. My name's Tyrone. Today we have a Pulling the Thread featuring the Police Launch, an all-time favourite for the knockabout kid. The wheels never stood up to the challenge of being rolled down driveways and footpaths, and the paint didn't last long. As a consequence, I thought this would be a really easy one to collect. I thought this was the only one out there. And then I found this, much heavier. It has been in a video previous to today. Coca-Cola on the side, but interestingly it's got a metal hull. And the original always had a plastic hull. So I thought, how many of these are there to find? Turns out quite a few, as I hide the prop that propped this up. As seen on TV, you may or may not be familiar with Code Red. I'm vaguely familiar with Code Red. This guy rings a bell, but I think he was in everything, wasn't he? 1981, Columbia Pictures Industries Incorporated. They threw a ton of money at these types of shows because if you wanted entertainment, that's kind of what you had to go for. There's the back of the card. I don't mind bending it because it's about to get completely knackered. Collect all 8 vehicles. I will, including the fireboat. Yeah, to get a bit of a charge from seeing explosions, pardon the pun, you'd have to tune into shows like this. In my neck of the woods, New Zealand, and then later Australia, it was either an American show or an English show. Very seldom you'd see anything else. But Code Red it was. Nowadays, if you need entertainment, you just go onto YouTube, don't you? Today I was in my doctor's waiting room. You're always waiting there forever. Spoiler alert. As you get older, you spend more and more of your day in doctors' waiting rooms. So I was sitting there bored out of my tiny mind and resorted to YouTube. Why wouldn't you, on my phone? And the one thing you can watch happily on silent, so as not to disturb your fellow detainees, is watch police videos, and I'm constantly going to state trooper chases. Forever entertaining me. Shall we crack this one open? 1981 was the year, 40 odd years ago. Wasn't yesterday. Okay, what have we got? 4. Los Angeles City Fire Department. 4. And we have the same dudes, but in yellow. We've lost the beacons, and the hull is plastic, not like this one. So the hull is plastic. The base appears to be identical in every way. Yes, so it's essentially the same thing, but they took away our little beacon, or a pair of beacons. Same tint, yep. Who knew? I thought it was going to be so easy to round out the collection in the Police Launch, but no. And I'll give you a closer look at this one. They still call it the Police Launch. This one's made in China, but strangely better made. No beacons, but a metal base, or hull. Should we crack this sucker open? Before we do, Matchbox has had a really long history with boats. There is this old one, very original, cabin cruiser and trailer. So, yeah, I've been doing this for donkey's years. Matchbox series, what'd they call it? Nothing. Because it was part of the 2, I suppose. But it is a cabin cruiser. Trailer just happens to be there. All plastic, this one, and a bit age worn, but it's alright. It's alright for an old girl. Same kind of look, isn't it? So that's that one. And even before that, we had an all-metal thing. What they call this? Oh yes, the Meteor Sportsman Mark II. Don't know what the Mark I might look like. Might be just like this. But so many of these were lost in creeks, weren't they? Not this one, it would sink like a stone, but certainly this fella here, that'd float. That'd get whisked away on the gentlest of water movement. Flow would be the correct term. But yeah, they've been around for a long time. And I was going to bring out a car with a boat on the roof, but you've probably seen it 8 times before. So I'll put that there and get on with the main event, I suppose. Did I show you these ones? I don't think I did. I'm sure I've shown you these at some point. The Seafire, and they modernised it, didn't they? They even tried to sell us booze with the Bacardi rum version that was towed by a Land Rover 90. Lost the driver, pilot, skipper. And again here, much more modern version, but you did get a trailer, and there have been plenty, haven't there? And they gave that to us about 9 times in 9 packs, and an amphibious one, which I didn't much care for, the Swamp Commander. Sounds like somebody in control of Washington, if you believe the jokes. Let's just crack this sucker open. It's old, I think. Not as old as all the other stuff. 1999, so coming up to 1/4 of a century. It's fairly old. And we've got a bunch of emergency vehicles, but obviously this is the one we'll focus on today. But nice to free the others as well. Yeah, I think I might just use brute force. Alrighty. Gee, that's a nice airport tender. We'll start off with the top one. That's a classic Matchbox fire truck, isn't it? Fire engine on the base. Extendable ladder. Can you see what's on there? I'll just turn that spotty off. That's better, slightly less humming. The LED spotlights shouldn't hum, but that one is. But we'll manage. And this one here. International pumper, made in China, plastic base. You did get a tinted light bar, separate piece by the looks. I'm sure that's separate piece. I'm not sure why they had to tint the windows after all, but that's a lump of a thing. And cool wheels on that one too. And to the 8 dot. This is one of my favourite fire engines. It's not a blaze buster, but airport fire truck. Ladder's twisted. See what I mean? I always harp on about it, but keeping things in their packets, it's not all it cracked up to be. Still get a rough life. I like that one a lot. Very bright. And the auxiliary power truck, that's right, it's a Mac, but the lights pop up and swivel. Cool to get it in red. They've released a lot of these, haven't they? And the star of the show, it's a plastic base. So it must have slid in, well, who knows which year. Obviously that's the original. From, what, 73, I'd guess? Somewhere around there. And then they revived it, took away the beacons. We've got those 2, what would you call them, officers in black, blue, orange and fluoro yellow. So yes, just when I thought I could just buy the one and that's about it, no, I've got a whole armada. That's really impressive how heavy that is. Shame it's got Coca-Cola on it, but yeah, I'll keep looking and I'll keep showing you. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.